The road to success is paved with many tempting parking spaces. We all have a different road and a different journey to success. Now, my journey to success, I call my REALentless Journey. And that journey began for me when I was about 8 years old. I was sitting in the back of the car with my sister, and my dad was in the middle of telling my mom how worthless she was. Now, this was nothing new for him. He was a very controlling and abusive man towards my mom. Now, while he never physically abused my sister and I, we grew up with a feeling that we were less than because we were women, and we needed a man if we were going to survive. Now, this time in the car was different because it's one I will never forget. It is burned into my brain because this is the moment that I decided that I would never allow myself to be a dependent on a man, on my husband someday. And I knew that I would be successful by myself, for myself. And it was that moment in the back of the car that I made that vow to myself. My 8-year-old self made that vow. So this set me in motion. I started to achieve, and I worked really hard. And 15 years after making that promise to myself in the backseat of the car, I became the first one in my family to graduate from college. Now, at this point, I felt like I have it all. I have a degree, I have a career that I love, I have an amazing, amazing husband that I'm in love with, that's respectful, that's kind, that's everything my dad was not. And I feel like I'm ready for the next step. I feel like I'm ready to be a mom. Now, I'm the type of person that doesn't like anything slow me down. I do not believe in excuses. So I went fearlessly into pregnancy and childbirth, and everything seemed to be going according to plan until my daughter was about 3 months old. So I was struggling to breastfeed her for the first time since she was born, and I couldn't figure it out. So I ran through the checklist of possibilities. Am I drinking enough water? Am I eating the right foods? Yes. Am I taking the right vitamins, the fenugreek, eating the lactation cookies, all that stuff? Yes, I was doing it, but I could not get my supply up. I was pumping, all those things they tell you to do. So somebody suggested, well, are you pregnant? And I thought, no way, you're crazy. I've got a 3-month-old. There's absolutely no way that's possible. But, to get it off my mind and to make triple sure, I thought I'd take a test. So as I sit in the floor of the bathroom, holding my 3-month-old baby, the pregnancy test flashes with the hourglass. And it flashes 1 time, and it flashes 2 times, and it flashes 3 times with the hourglass, and then it flashes with 1 word. And I bet you can guess what that word was. Pregnant. I froze. Now, I was barely keeping a hold of myself with 1 baby. And now in just a few short months, I would find myself with a newborn and a 1-year-old. Suddenly, the woman who vowed to never depend on a man found herself home alone all day with 2 babies, trying desperately to survive on just 1 income. Now, I felt lost, hopeless, stuck. I felt like I was in a hole and it was caving in on me. Now, a credit card debt was piling up, and I was slowly but surely losing myself. By the time our daughters were 1 and 2, I was a sad shell of the vibrant and successful woman I once was. That woman that my 8-year-old self vowed to be was gone. So while pushing my daughters on the swing one beautiful summer Colorado day, it hit me. My daughters were the ones who were suffering if I didn't get my act together. And that's all it took for me to make the change and do something about it. What did I do? Well, I went back to work full-time, teaching 3rd grade in the inner city. And I loved it. I love it. It is amazing. I was fulfilling my passion again. I had ignited the fire in my soul, and I was making a difference again. I felt so good helping children blossom into the amazing and beautiful people that I saw in them, that I knew they could be. It felt amazing. It felt incredible. But I was missing so much time with my family that my heart literally ached. That mom side of me hurt, and I could not bear to miss my babies growing up so that I could be a fulfilled and self-reliant woman. But with my fire back, I also had some clarity. I realized I didn't have to pick successful career or mindful present mother. I could have both, and I would not stop until I figured out how to do it. So Relentless began. I cut the excuses from my life again and conquered the fears and the anxieties that were holding me back. I set up a routine that allowed me to be my daughter's primary caregiver while still getting in 5+ hours of work every single day. Now, then I dug deep and I realized that my passion, while I love teaching, the passion inside me that loved teaching, that part of me, was actually helping other people achieve their dreams and reach their goals. That is what I love. And so what I most wanted to do, I realized, was to help other moms, help moms like me. I wanted to help moms who, like me, have found themselves feeling stuck, hopeless, and lost on their journey to success. So I hired coaches, I took classes, I read book after book after book, until one day I stopped and I found myself running multiple successful businesses from home with my daughters. I was working so diligently to get there that I didn't realize, oh my gosh, this is what I dreamed about when I was sitting home with my 1 and 2-year-old. I did it. I figured it out. So the best part about all of this is that I am helping hundreds of women be powerful, independent, and successful role models for their own babies. I empower women to take charge of their lives and make their dreams a reality. We are a tribe of relentless warrior women and mindful present mothers. Are you ready to join our tribe?